Hello, folks, and welcome back to, for the last time, actually, 2007. Not the series. Not the, just to make that clear.
No, just the year.
Just the year.
Fairly quick year, all for us, I'd say.
I feel like
this
it,
year.
yeah, 07 went pretty quick. Yeah, we're here for SNME 14, Tribute to the Troops, in, the, new
Albany
Armory?
National Armory.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
In, somewhere in Indianapolis. Hold on. Oh, shockingly, New Albany. You know what? That's fair. I understand. What's been going on, Puddy, since Survivor Series?
Well, on SmackDown, we've seen the continued feud between Paul London and Brian Kendrick, the WWE Tag Team Champions, and probably their toughest opponents of their long and historic Tag Team Championship reign. The Miracle Entente, the team of the Milan Miracle, Santino Marella, and Ultra Instinct, Renee Sebastian Dupree, two elite-level fighters who have formed a super team of sorts based on shared European heritage. And they've been a really difficult opponent for London and Kendrick. They've been inseparable, as we saw at Survivor Series. And they finally finished off their feud this past Friday night on SmackDown in a absolutely epic 30-minute Iron Man match that went to sudden death overtime. These two teams really are two of the best in the world, and they're impossible to separate. You've got to feel sorry for Miracle Entente, because in any other era, they would probably be tag team champions right now. But it was London and Kendrick that got the job done. And it was around this time last year that they won the tag team championships, unifying them with the cruiserweight titles. And they've been unstoppable. It's not like they haven't had a wealth of teams to fight. They've had a really impressive year. What's been happening on Raw, Tucker?
Over on Raw, WWE champion Mr. Kennedy continues his reign of, I don't know, annoyance, honestly. This guy just talks too much. But a couple weeks ago, in a battle royal, Jeff Hardy became the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. They went on to have a match on Raw the next week for said championship. And Mr. Kennedy cheated to win.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. that sounds about right. Yeah, Kennedy cheated to win. But this issue is not over. Mr. Kennedy has been talking about how since winning that championship, he's been high on life, if you will. And Jeff Hardy told him he's going to teach him what it really means to get high in a ladder match for the WWE Championship soon. Tomorrow? Or not tomorrow.
Next day.
Yeah, the Monday? Yeah, Monday? Monday.
Yep.
We're all going to get real high with Jeff Hardy and see if he can win the championship. So. Also, Teddy Long is getting his legs under him as Raw GM.
He made none of these matches? No, I don't. He didn't. Which one?
Orton Hardy.
No, I don't think he officially made that one. But Bobby Lashley, R-Truth, he did. Now that I remember. I mean, I'm sure he made all the Raw matches, but
surely
we only really heard from him about Bobby Lashley, R-Truth. Either way, let's get right into the show and catch people up on the specifics of these feuds along the way.
Hell yeah. The world is watching.
Although we only announced the main event yesterday, the world is surely watching.
They are all watching, buddy. Shut the hell up. We check in with our comms team for tonight. It's Joey Styles, it's Michael Cole, and it's Taz.
Holy shit.
They catch us up.
Taz, of course, manager of the Miracle Entente.
They catch us up on, of course, the fact that Randy Orton lately has pretty much lost his mind. John Cena showed up to give us, what we thought was going to be like a little bit of a health update. How are things going? He showed up, he confronted Randy Orton in the ring, and kind of just told him to his face to figure his shit out and to get that belt back. And I mean, I don't think it's going in the direction of getting that belt back quite yet, but Randy Orton...
Well, he's got a big match here against Matt Hardy, who is the brother of the man challenging for the WWE Championship. So even though Randy Orton has time and time again proved that he deserves the title shot, maybe this will finally be the win if he can get it that Teddy Long sees as worthy of getting that title match.
And that all started in that exact same battle royal, as I believe Matt Hardy eliminated Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton proceeded to kill him. RKO him through the announce table, hit him with a chair, all that fun stuff.
But where it really escalated was this past Monday on Raw, where Orton once again attempted to kill Matt. But Matt, the first of any Randy Orton victims, stood up and started to go after Orton.
My favorite 2015 TNA graphic. The most wishful thinking ever. Matt Hardy will not die. He refuses. He just won't do it. It's kind of fucked up.
What a mad lad.
So they're gonna fight. Right now.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, Orton, I mean, I don't want to say Orton just kills him here. It's competitive for a time, until Orton kind of starts going off the deep end, and, he kicks Matt Hardy in the head. He kicks him in the fucking head.
He kicks him straight in the skull. And then he just pins him.
We gotta do something about this, man.
Yeah, he pins him. I think there's an interesting idea that maybe the ref just calls it, but I like the idea the ref is like thinking about calling it, and then Orton will just like slither on top of him, and the ref's like, "Oh, okay," but he just counts the pin.
Yeah. This Randy Orton guy, he's a bit of a problem.
Well, I mean, nothing he did was illegal.
I guess not. Jesus Christ, we need to look at the rules for this again, man. It's
there are no rules. Fighting.
I remember there was a time where you used to not be able to close fist punch somebody, and now we're booting them in the skull.
That's still true. That's still illegal.
That's still illegal. It's close fist, not fair game. Kick the skull. Yeah, all right. Whatever.
Like, see, it's because it's like the Constitution argument, right? The founding fathers of pro wrestling did not envision a man like Randy Orton.
They did not
legislate for him.
They only thought about punches. They didn't realize you could just fucking kick somebody's skull in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he just kills Matt Hardy at the end of this, punts him right in the skull, and that's that. Jesus Christ. Damn. We have a sit-down with Chavo Guerrero. He is facing Rey Mysterio in our main event tonight in an I Quit match.
Chavo, just walk me through from the start. What is your problem with Rey Mysterio?
My problem with Rey Mysterio is the same problem that it's always been with Rey Mysterio, Taz. This guy loves taking credit from everybody around him. You know how he always talks about his friends, his good buddies, right? We're all this little group of boys here in the SmackDown locker room. The truth is, Rey Mysterio loves to have his little masked face, his little rat face under that mask, plastered all over the goddamn place. He wishes he was my uncle. He wishes he was me. He wishes he was anybody in my family, because the Guerrero name means something. Rey Mysterio, do you know his uncle was also called Rey Mysterio? Where's his junior? Where's his junior? Huh? This man is so dismissive of his own history.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute gall of him to try to push in on my own, on my family. There's only one way it could have ended, and that's with me shutting this guy up, sending him fucking packing, and making him say I quit. Sure, he tapped me out one time. It hurt. It hurt a lot. That's why I tapped out. Rey Mysterio tonight is going to experience 10 times that, 50 times that, 100 times that. And when he lays in the ring, what is left of him, I just hope he remembers to say hi to my uncle for me.
Ooh.
Buy some Royal Rumble tickets, guys. Please come see the cool spectacle.
Undertaker again, like last year.
Yeah, maybe The Undertaker will just win again. Who knows? Taker versus Dave 2. Or I guess like
Taker versus Dave 6.
I'm gonna say like actually like 5, but you know, whatever. Melina is making her way to the ring for her women's championship match. And who the hell is with her? It's Elijah Burke. This is developed over the past couple weeks on Raw, as Elijah and Melina have both recognized that they share the same enemy. Trish Stratus and Triple H.
Yeah. No, just Triple H.
Just Triple H. Fuck you, Triple H. Melina does not care about Trish. She wants to take this women's championship to stick it to the game.
To Triple H. Yeah, no, it's true. It is true. Melina versus Triple H has been one of the hottest feuds of the year. And yeah, Melina has, I mean, look, Melina's had a lot of shots at this women's championship. So she might be running out of opportunities, but she's got her secret weapon now, the equalizer, Elijah Burke.
The equalizer? All right. I like it.
In this context, I'm not thinking, I'm not pitching it as a long-term
the equalizer. Holy shit.
Can she do it with her backup?
Women's championship on the line. Melina Perez, Trish Stratus. Let's fucking do it.
And she reclaims the gold.
I like how we have to have like foreign object and election distractor. No, this is.
I like the foreign. I like the idea that like Trish gets. I mean, this is a clusterfuck match, right? Where Triple H is getting equalized by Elijah. I like the ending is maybe Melina getting tossed the sledgehammer from Burke.
Oh shit.
And she's looking at it with like blood dripping down her head. She's just smiling at Trish Stratus, and then she just slams her with the sledgehammer.
I love it. That's great. Melina, I believe, is now a 2-time WWE Women's Champion. Growing that resume.
Damn. She probably the breakout diva of the year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and Melina has that title once again. And I feel like that's only going to escalate this conflict.
Yeah, this isn't over at all. But Melina has proven that the new strategy is effective. Although, maybe she is becoming what she hates.
The New York Yankees. Yeah. Taz sits down backstage with Rey Mysterio.
I've talked with Chavo, and he's got a lot of bad things to say about you. I just want to know, what's the real story here?
For me, Taz, this is a thing about respect. This is a thing about brotherhood and friendship. Chavo seems to think that my friends is some kind of lie, some kind of made up machination. And that's just wrong, man. Like, the guys in the SmackDown locker room, the guys around me at least, we get it. We get each other, and we're there for each other. And I was there for Chavo, and Chavo was there for me. Just like his uncle was there for me. And that last name of his, Guerrero, is indeed a very special professional wrestling family. In the same way, as much as Chavo would hate to admit it, that my last name, Mysterio, is maybe not to that level. Maybe I'll admit to that. Not to that level of the Guerrero name. But Mysterio means something. And I think it means a lot more now than it had before me. Can Chavo Guerrero say the same thing? He stole my mask. Thankfully, I've got, like infinite fucking masks. So, that was real cool. But I get it. It was an attempt to get in my head. It was an attempt to strip me of that identity. And I think that's Chavo lashing out from his own hurt. Because I really don't think Chavo at this point reflects what a Guerrero is supposed to be. And I love him. I really do. Somewhere deep down. But he wants this, and so I'm going to give it to him. I made him tap once. I'll do it again.
A friendship broken reaches its conclusion later tonight.
We go to our commentators, and we're talking about how on SmackDown this week, we got a big U.S. title match. Doug Basham, he's going to defend the title against Finlay. These two have been going on for weeks now. Doug Basham absolutely hates Ireland. Finlay seems to be pretty positive about America, all things considered.
Yeah, that's true.
And suddenly our lights start fucking up, and we're like, God damn it. I knew we shouldn't have run like a 2,000-seat fucking armory. Like, God, what the fuck? And then the screen starts freaking out. Michael Cole's like, God damn it, man, this is shit. And then stuff starts popping up on the screen. And he's like, oh, wait, we saw this on SmackDown, guys.
A weird funky track starts to play, like doodle doodle doodle.
And it's just a bunch of random fucking like numbers and shit. It doesn't make sense. These aren't words, Tess says. These are numbers. I can't read these. Until finally some words do materialize. And it just says, can you underscore break underscore the underscore code underscore question mark. Taz says, I can't read that. That's not even in English. And Michael Cole reads it out to us. And Taz, I guess.
I like to think once the vignette starts that we go into the vignette on the broadcast, so we lose the comms. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
That works.
And then maybe we return to the comms once it's done and they can react a little like, what the hell was that?
That's when Taz can say, none of that was in English.
Yeah. The fuck's going on?
Yeah, who knows? That's some weird shit. We get a recap of R-Truth's path of vengeance ever since his elderly benefactor, who shall not be named, passed on. R-Truth has been trying to find a way to best immortalize that man's legacy, to best
keep the spirit of the man alive.
I guess that's
being
the
an
best
asshole, taking advantage of people, attempting to run people he doesn't like out of the company and ruin other people's lives. You know, just like the old man would have wanted.
Real
and the latest victim is Bobby Lashley. And these two are going to go at it here tonight in a no holds barred, falls count anywhere, loser leaves town match.
And this runs deep, right? Like Bobby Lashley was part of that group with R-Truth. He left it early. He left it before the thing had fully come apart. And I think that is what R-Truth resents the most. The fact that Bobby Lashley left just before this whole thing went ass up, kind of. And maybe just.
Am I right? So did these two guys fight at WrestleMania?
They might have.
Wasn't R-Truth the old man's champion, and wasn't Bobby Lashley Snoop Dogg's champion?
You're right. Yeah. So this is a long time going. Holy shit! Year-long feud, baby.
A lot of these year-long feuds getting wrapped up tonight. And this one will be wrapped up because after tonight, one of these men leaving Raw.
So here we go. It's I don't even know what the hell we call Bobby Lashley at this point. He's just Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, the Dominator, the Destroyer, maybe.
Yeah, the Destroyer I think is the one that they use now, and I do like that. It's a big I don't know.
Maybe the Dark Destroyer.
All right. Hold on there, Steve Fraley.
That's also the name of a famous UK quiz champion.
Is he? White?
Yes.
Oh, that's messed up.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was gonna say, oh, that's messed up. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's die for this shit.
Let's say goodbye to one of these two icons of the business.
And these two go at it from minute one. There's only 6 of them, so you know they're going crazy.
Yeah.
And I think we said the finish for this is Bobby Lashley is going to spear R-Truth off the side of the stage through a couple tables.
And into the pyrotechnics a little bit so we get some pops.
They explode.
But then Bobby Lashley will not sell the crazy bump.
No, he just stands up and just like,
That's that. He like kneels up and gets into a very good technique cover. He's like, I'm pinning this motherfucker. Yeah. And then the ref's like, oh god, and he slowly climbs off the stage and goes, 1, 2, 3. R-Truth is gone. And then we get a moment of the crowd chanting, nah, goodbye to R-Truth.
Just like
as he screams, like, fuck you all. Fuck you all. You people don't matter. He shouts as he leaves.
Amazing. Bobby Lashley has rid us of R-Truth.
Once and for all.
See you on Fridays.
No, he can't go back there. He got chased away from there too.
R-Truth is gonna start ECW. Oh hell yeah. Taz sits down with world champion Dave Batista.
Batista, I think, he knows both these guys really, really well, and it's really hurt him to see them fall apart this year. I think I'd like to say that Chavo Guerrero was changed by winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but I don't know if I believe that to be true. I think Chavo's always had a sort of chip on his shoulder, but he's always worked so hard. I understand why he always feels a little bit slighted, a little bit let down. He has put in the work and he has the ability to be at the very top, but there's just something that holds him back. There's just something that doesn't quite let him get there. And I've seen it over and over again. And every time he just misses out, it eats away at him. And so I don't blame him at all for what he did in May. I don't blame him at all for the point that he reached and for the way that he treated me afterwards. I understand. He was on top of the world. But to take it out on Ray, who has been there for him from day one, being his brother, I understand why Ray thought of Chavo as family. Ray is as synonymous with Chavo and his uncle as any of them are. He was a part of that legacy, of that history, of that family. And for Chavo to cut Ray off so brutally has been hard to watch. But I get it. Sometimes I saw him this past week, and sometimes I think Chavo wishes he could take off that mask. Chavo wishes he could shed that identity just for 1 hour, 1 day, but it's always there, like on top of him. And of course, there's benefits to that. He's got a heart of a warrior, but man, the pressure is incredible. When I was rising through the business, every victory was my own. Whereas I feel like Chavo, there's a level of expectation there. Either way, what I'm going to recognize is tonight we're going to be watching two of the very best of Friday nights, and it's going to be emotional. It's going to be brutal, but at the end of it, somebody's going to win. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm waiting for that guy because I'm the World Heavyweight Champion. And when someone steps up, it's my job to knock him back down.
Hell yeah. We see highlights of London and Kendrick, that Iron Man match we were talking about. They are approaching 1 year as the WWE Tag Team Champions. They might have already hit it, but I don't think so.
They might have. Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
I think it was the last week of December, but maybe I'm just totally wrong and it was like week 2 or something. Either way, we're around a year. What a crazy fucking tag team run this has been. They've beaten everybody. There's been an entire new crop of tag teams that have come in, and they're still untouchable. Hell yeah. Make Lundrick reign forever, actually, unironically.
Who's going to step up next?
Mr. Kennedy.
He's with his people.
He's in the crowd. And Kennedy will bring up the fact that he was in the armed forces for a while. Much respect to all our troops here tonight. And he's hanging out in the stands around them. He says that Monday night is going to be a little different. It's a ladder match. I've been in 2 of those, 1 of those. Money in the Bank. and I won that son of a bitch. And then it was taken from me. This time that's not going to happen. This time I'm winning, and I'm staying winning.
This is my title.
Jeff Hardy might be real good at climbing ladders, might be real good at falling off them. I don't think he's that good at winning them. And I, of course, am. Because I'm the WWE champion. And the fastest rising star in the history of sports entertainment. And by the end of Monday, everybody will know. Mr.
Kennedy.
100, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, he's the face of Monday nights.
Fucking what a guy, man.
Even if we don't want to acknowledge him, he's the guy.
I love, too, that, like, we quickly said, like, oh, yeah, I was in the armed forces. That way he's not getting, like, fucking heckled too badly while cutting this promo in the crowd.
Big respect to the armed forces and big respect to me, the WWE champion.
Yep. But yeah, Mr. Kennedy does have experience and winning experience in ladder matches. So,
oh, absolutely. He could say he won the biggest ladder match of all time.
Yeah, literally by size,
by number. Yeah, it's joint, but it's there. Yeah, I think you can talk about maybe he could put a jive in there. Like, it's gonna be easy for me on Monday. I am an athlete. My body is a temple, and all you're asking me to do is climb up a ladder. I don't know if Jeff Hardy can climb up a ladder with the state he shows up to work in on Monday nights.
I feel like his stamina ain't too good for some reason. Maybe those lungs are a little fucked up. I don't know.
And yeah, he does a lot more falling off ladders than he does climbing them.
Yeah, I thought that was a good line. He's real good at climbing them. He's real good at falling off them. I don't know if he's that good at winning them.
How many ladder matches has Jeff Hardy won? I like this line from him where he's like, you know what people remember about Jeff Hardy in ladder matches? Him falling off of them or getting speared out of midair. You don't remember him holding the title at the end of them.
Because he didn't. Edge and Christian won all of those. No, I'm not joking. Edge and Christian won every single TLC.
There you go.
They never lost. I don't think. Because they do. They did 3 with those groups, right? I think Edge and Christian won every single one.
I think they added a 4th group in one of them, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Edge and Christian won every single one of the core trio, because they were like the heel team that snuck it out between the 2 crazy beast teams. Yeah. Anyways, tail of the tape, Cruiserweight Championship. This has been brewing all year.
Yeah.
It's the champion and the leader of Millennium, Roderick Strong, taking on former member of Millennium and the former champion. Yeah, Evan Bourne.
The man who beat Chavo Guerrero, the champ at SummerSlam.
I mean, I think we've seen most of this as it's played out.
Yeah. I mean, they've only had 2 matches before this. I think they have both been on YouTube where... Actually, maybe one of them wasn't, but either way, Roderick Strong was the man who took the title off of Evan Bourne after he expelled him from the Millennium stable. That has been its own story. Frankie Kazarian being conflicted, leaving the new crop of Millennium in Jack Evans and Tyson Kidd, who aren't out here for this match tonight. Roderick Strong is going it alone, but that shouldn't concern anyone because we've seen time and time again that even though Roderick Strong occasionally cuts corners, he is one of the best in the division. He's beaten the top end. We're talking about guys like Chavo, talking about guys like Sabu, like Evan Bourne, like Frankie Kazarian, right? We are talking about, little scuffles with Gregory Helms at times. We are talking about a generationally strong cruiserweight taking on a guy who we thought at the start of the year might bring the cruiserweight division to another level, right? Evan Bourne is offering levels of athleticism we've never seen before. He is faster. He is better than any cruiserweight we've ever seen. But there's something that Roderick Strong has that Evan Bourne doesn't, and that is a genius level of in-ring intelligence. And these two have been a massive styles clash on that front all year. Roderick Strong, genius in the ring, excellent technique. Evan Bourne, excellent technique, but the speed that nobody else can match. First match, Strong picked up the win, took the title off of Evan Bourne. The rematch in the semi-final of the Ultimate Tournament, Evan Bourne gets the win, moves on to the finals. So they're 1-1 right now. We've been waiting for this trilogy match for months. And finally, Roderick Strong has to put up his money where his mouth is, defending the Cruiserweight Championship of the world against his toughest ever opponent. It's the last Cruiserweight Championship match of 2007. Who will be the Cruiserweight Champion going into 2008? Is it the Millennium Man or is it Airborne?
Let's do it. Based.
Oh, he pulls it out. The teacher defeats the student. Roderick Strong retains his Cruiserweight Championship of the World, picking up a win over a game Evan Bourne.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been this division pretty much for this year.
Yep.
Pretty fitting to end this way. And Roderick Strong, defense number 4, he is walking out of 07 Cruiserweight champ.
Who's next? Who's going to be the next guy to step up and join these two? Because I think it's fair to say this year these two have been on a whole different level to the rest of the division.
Yeah, I'd agree. Buy some WrestleMania tickets, folks.
You'll probably see The Undertaker whether or not he wins the Royal Rumble.
Spoiler.
And here we go. The main event. Guerrero versus Mysterio. I Quit match.
Whoever comes out of this is more than likely the number 1 contender. Dave Bautista's World Heavyweight Championship.
But I don't think either of these men are going to care about that.
No, I don't think that's the driving force of this at all. That's a byproduct of all this. Yeah, these two. It's a
these kind of matches that take years off of your career.
Oh yeah, Jesus! Like we're gonna get there's gonna be so much fucked up shit that's about to happen, man. And
not just the violence, but emotionally, they're going to be so drained and so scarred on the inside after this. It's simultaneously what we watch the sport for, but also sometimes we wish it didn't have to come to this. These are two men who are they love each other, and that is why they are capable of hating each other more than anybody else. And it's a relationship soured. It's two men whose flaws are leading to hatred. And the only way they know how to settle it, because they're warriors, is inside the squared circle.
Yeah, it probably didn't have to be this way, but that's what happens when you are in pro wrestling. So here we go. I quit. I'm out. I'm done. That was it. That's it for me. Yeah, here we go.
The War of New Albany.
Yeah, let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Expect
These two men.
Expect it, honestly. Yeah.
They give each other everything, a mixture of homages to previous matches, mix in some of their signature offense, a few counters to signature offense that hints that these two know each other very, very well. I think this match will break into little, like I said, homages to previous work from time to time, mixed in with two men who are just going to try to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. And I think for both men, the story of this match is going to be they're not necessarily trying to win or prove anything. They're just trying to get their emotions out through violence, right? Java is just trying to throw Mysterio around until he can stand to look at him anymore. And for Mysterio, it's a sort of sense of frustration of like, you made me do this. I don't want to be here fighting you, so I'm going to kick you and throw myself at you to show you that like you've made a mistake. And I think we just saw a cruiserweight championship match between a great high flyer and an incredibly intelligent in-ring worker. We're essentially looking at the last generation of that dynamic. We've got Chavo Guerrero, genius in-ring worker, former 2 divisional champion, versus Rey Mysterio, who 10 years ago was doing things no other cruiserweight could do. And we're seeing that in the cauldron of these 2 men violently hate each other.
Yeah, I mean, they throw everything at each other. This is physical. This is chairs. This is kendo sticks, I'm sure. This is all the little era weapons, trash can.
Ring bell.
Yeah, like they're just going at it. They start to fight up towards the ramp. Ray hits this crazy fucking Hurricane Rana off the ramp onto Chavo.
I think Chavo at some point is trying to get Ray's mask off.
Yep.
I think that's a nice little gimmick because he's been doing that. And then like as the match is coming to an end, like parts of the mask have been ripped.
Yep.
As Chavo's trying, like that little like tail he has near his mouth, like part of that's gone off. The back of it's ripped. Things like that. The
eye holes is like extended upwards and stuff, like they always do.
Both men are probably blooded.
Yep. And then Ray says, "Fuck it. This is the moment." He gets Chavo down, and he looks at the tribute to the troops apparatus, the stage apparatus, and is like, "Yeah, all right. I guess that's what this has come to." And he starts climbing the goddamn stage. He's going to jump off of the stage onto Chavo Guerrero. But before he can get up high enough, Chavo gets up and pulls those legs through. Ray's stuck in the fucking stage, dangling there.
Vulnerable.
Chavo picks up a steel chair and just smashes this dude's knee. This dude's 17-time repaired.
Surgically repaired knee. Yeah, I think Chavo does it first time, and Ray cries in agony, and there's a little bit of like a moment of pause from Chavo. Like there is a clear, like Ray is vulnerable. He's tired. He's leaking blood onto Chavo as he looks up at him, and Chavo knows that he's found an irreversible point of weakness, and he knows that this is a move. If he continues to do what he just did, he could change Rey Mysterio's life. And so he's go on.
I was gonna say, I don't think he wants to do it though. He hits him the first time and it's fucking awful, and he
screams at the ref, ask him. And he's like, Ray, quit, you son of a bitch.
And Ray says no, and Chavo stands there for a minute, and he kind of leans against the chair, and he's like, what the fuck am I gonna have to do? And then he kind of just looks at the chair, and he thinks to himself, I know now what I must do.
I like to think Chavo says, I'm not waiting anymore, Ray. I'm not waiting. And then he just does it.
He hits him again in the knee. And then again.
And again.
And then again for a fourth time.
I quit.
Chavo, who may have just crippled his former friend, has done it. He has found the low that you need to get to in order to survive and win in an I Quit match.
Emotional,
Chavo!
draining.
Hey,
he still has Viva La Raza for me in my head on this one.
It's such a goofy song to play after he kills this guy that's like like, all right, sure. But yeah, Chavo won. Ray's fucked. We're gonna have to try to untangle him from this shit, but I don't know. I guess our feed's cutting out, so we'll let you know on SmackDown.
I think Dave will come out and just look at Chavo a little bit and then go and tend to Bray.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
2007, arguably the year of Chavo Guerrero in some ways, and I think that is the perfect way to end it off.
Hug my boys.
Maybe give Roddy some props.
Yeah, I like it.
The last guy.
I like it. Seemed pleased. Was pleased. Seemed pleased. This is an SNME, so I don't have to throw up credits at all. So, yeah. We did it. I guess the next time we see you guys on YouTube will probably be the 07
year
end
in
of year
review
video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Oh,
man.
I've just seen some sad news, but let's not react to it now. Let's wrap up this video.
Well. That's fine. That's fine. That sucks, but that's fine. Expected, honestly. Anyways, yeah. Next time we see you guys will be the year-end wrap-up video, and then it's like probably an SNME, then the Rumble, then an SNME, then Mania. Like,
yeah, maybe not SNME before the Rumble. We obviously we'll play that by ear. I know there are going to be SNMEs before the Rumble. I just don't know if any of them are going to be ones we wanna record. But we'll figure it out.
Fair play. So yeah, that's us done. That's 07 done, actually, for you guys on YouTube. Oh, well, I should have shown that. They know now, but whatever, that's fine. It's not happening. So,
wait, what did you show?
I just opened up the mail thing there, and it showed who we were talking about specifically.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter, though. Anyways, yeah, we'll catch you in 08, I guess. Or, well, I guess the end of...
2008.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
2008. Jesus.
Jeez.
You got anything to say, Puddy?
Thanks for sticking with us. 2007's been a big year of change with the new product, and obviously we're still sort of figuring out how exactly we want to do that. And I say this every year, but I feel like 2007, more so than ever, we're doing new stuff that didn't happen in real life. We're building upon foundations of stuff we did in previous years. Like, we've got our own lore now to fall back on, characters like Nat and Renee and Charlie, who are just very different people than they were in real life at this point. And that's a lot more fun for me than the early stuff. So, I mean, it's been good. Yeah,
I'll save it, of course, for that year-end video, but I think this has probably been our strongest year front to back. Yeah. We'll see you then.
Peace.
Goodbye.